Hello students, myself Abdul Wahab, lecturer in biology, Don Bosco PU College, Chitradurga. In the previous classes, we discussed the two chapters in a unit called Human Physiology. The two chapters are one, digestion and absorption. In this chapter, how complex organic food molecules are break down into simple absorbable form in digestive system. In this chapter, we studied second concept is how the absorbable simple molecules are able to received by a body cells, that is called as a absorption. In the second chapter called breathing and exchange of gases, how the oxygen is enter into our body, how the carbon dioxide is goes outside from the body. Inside the body, how the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in between alveoli and blood, as well as blood and tissue cells. These concepts we studied in breathing and exchange of gases. In this class, we are going to start a new chapter called body fluids and circulation. Body fluids and circulation. In this chapter, we are going to know about two concepts. One is body fluids, another is circulation. Okay. In this chapter, we are going to study the contents like one is a blood, second one is a colorless blood called lymph, third one is circulatory pathway, fourth one is a double circulation, then fifth one is regulation of cardiac activity, lastly the disorders of circulatory system. These are the contents we are going to study in a chapter called body fluids and circulation. Okay. Here what happens? Body fluids. Which are the body fluids? Nothing but blood and lymph are the body fluids. What is the role of body fluids? These body fluids able to circulate the essential nutrients and collect the non-essential nutrients to send outside the body. ಈ ಬಾಡಿ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ಸ್ನ ಮೇನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಏನು? ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ, ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ನ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. What happens? There are different group of animals are there. Like invertebrates are there and vertebrates are there. Invertebrates are a simple organized group of animals. For example, sponges, coelentrates. Okay. So these are able to circulate water from their surroundings and through their body activities to facilitate the cells to exchange the substances. Here what happens in the sponges and ciliates, lower invertebrates, there is no any specific circulatory organs, circulatory fluid. Here the water itself able to circulate the essential substances to overall the body of these invertebrates. In the complex organisms use a body fluids with their bodies to transport such materials, that is nothing but the blood. It is the most commonly used body fluid by most of higher organisms, including we also, human being also. Another one body fluid called as a lymph, which helps in transport of certain substances. Let us study which are the substances transport or circulate the blood, which are the substances transport or circulate the lymph. Okay. So here what happens? Circulation. So I already said blood and lymphs able to circulate the essential materials to all over the body, and it collects the non-essential materials then sent to outside. Here the question is circulation. The chapter name is body fluids and circulation. We know that the body fluids nothing but the blood and a lymph. Why they are body fluid? Because they are able to circulate the essential materials and collect the non-essential materials. Then circulation means it is a process in which continuous flow of body fluids to supply the essential materials and collect the non-essential materials. That is called as a circulation. The process of blood circulation was firstly discovered by William Harvey. Especially in man, the blood circulation we call as a vascular system, blood vascular system. Not only man, even though other higher animals also. A cardiovascular system. Cardio nothing but the heart. If the circulation process is taken place, which are the organs are essential to perform the circulation process? First one is heart, second one is blood vessels, third one is a circulating fluid called blood. ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ನ ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವುದು ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಬೇಕು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಬೇಕು, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಹಾರ್ಟ್, ಈ ಮೂರು ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಸೇರಿ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ we are going to study it later about the heart and blood vessels. In this class we are going to study it about the blood. Blood is a special connective tissue, or it is a circulating connective tissue. It consists of fluid matrix, plasma and formed elements. Fluid matrix, plasma and formed elements. Okay. Then first one, plasma. What is meant by plasma? The fluid part of the blood is called plasma. It is straw colored. viscous fluid. Nearly 55% of blood consists the water. Sorry, the viscous fluid constituting nearly 55% of blood. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ 55% ಬರೀ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಒಳಗಡೆ 92% ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ plasma means the fluid part of the blood is called as a plasma. What is the color? Straw colored. What is the nature? Viscous. What is the percentage of the plasma in the blood? 55%. In that plasma, how much percentage of water is present? 90% of water along with proteins. Okay, the proteins are 6 to 8%. The proteins are 6 to 8%. The 6 to 8% of proteins are fibrinogen, globulins and albumins are the major proteins present in the blood plasma. Okay, let us study what are the functions of such proteins. What are the functions of such proteins? Okay, first one, fibrinogen, helpful for blood clotting or coagulation of blood process. Blood clot ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ fibrinogen helpful ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Next, globulins. These are helpful for body defense mechanism. ಅಂದರೆ the globulins helpful for to fight against the disease causing germ. ಆ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನ ಫೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಗೆ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ಆಲ್ಬುಮಿನ್ಸ್. These albumins are helpful for osmotic balance. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಾಟರ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So these are the three major proteins with their function: fibrinogen, globulin, albumin. Apart from the water and major proteins, the plasma contains small amount of minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, chloride ions. Then also some energy nutrients like glucose, amino acids, lipids, etc. Okay. Then the factors for coagulation of or clotting of blood also present in the plasma, but those are inactive form. Blood na clot ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ 1, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ 2, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. The blood coagulating factors are also present in the blood plasma, but those are present in inactive form. Plasma without blood clotting factor is called serum. Is called as a serum ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. What is meant by serum? Serum is nothing but the plasma without blood clotting factor is called as a serum. SERUM, serum ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಂಥ ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸೆರಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ we studied the one component called as a plasma. Okay, plasma. The second component called as a formed elements. Okay, which are we call as a formed elements? Nothing but erythrocytes, leukocytes, platelets are called as a formed elements in karita hogti. Okay. Leukocytes, erythrocytes and blood platelets are called as a formed elements. Erythrocytes nothing but RBC ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. Leukocyte means nothing but the WBC, blood platelets. Okay. These are the three elements we togetherly called as a formed elements. These formed elements present nearly 45% in the blood. Blood ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತವೆ 45% ಅಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. 45% of the blood consists of formed elements. First one, nothing but erythrocytes. Erythrocytes or red blood cells. Red blood cells or red blood corpuscles or RBC. These are present abundant in the blood. Most abundant of all cells in the blood is nothing but the RBC. A healthy adult man consists averagely 5 millions of to 5.5 millions of RBC per 1 cubic millimeter of blood. 1 cubic millimeter blood ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 to 5.5 millions ಅಷ್ಟು RBC ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 1 ಕ್ಯೂಬಿಕ್ ಮಿಲಿಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಜನರಲಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ರಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತವೆ 5 to 5.5 millions RBC cells ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. So these RBCs are formed in bone marrow, red bone marrow in the adults. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ? ರೆಡ್ ಬೋನ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. The RBCs does not contain any nucleus in most of the mammals. Mammals ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ RBCs ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ when the RBCs are matured, the matured RBC does not contain any nucleus. Immature RBCs in the mammals, we are going to see the RBC. The matured RBCs in the mammal does not contain the nucleus. The RBCs are biconcave in shape. Biconcave in shape. What the red blood cells are there? What the red blood cells are there? RBCs are there. Why we are called as a red blood cells? The red color is due to a iron containing a complex protein called as a hemoglobin. Called as a hemoglobin. RBCs ಒಳಗಡೆ ಐರನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಲರಿಂಗ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟು. ಆ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನು RBC ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಕೊಡಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಈ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಹೆಲ್ತಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. This is the normal value. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 100 ml ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ 12 to 16 grams ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್? The function of hemoglobin nothing but transport of respiratory gases. ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಬ್ರೀದಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಐರನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಐರನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ನ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ವೆನ್ ದ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ oxygen, then it becomes oxyhemoglobin, then it able to transport the each and every body cells. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು 10 to 20%. ಅಮೈನೋ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅಮೈನೋ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಅಮೈನೋ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಕಂಬೈಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಅಮೈನೋ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ 120 ಡೇಸ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 120 ಡೇಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೋನ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ರೆಡ್ ಬೋನ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಈ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ, ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಬದುಕ್ತವೆ, 120 ಡೇಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬದುಕ್ತವೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 120 ಡೇಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲೀನ್. ಆ ಸ್ಪ್ಲೀನಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಗ್ರೇವಿಯಾರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಗ್ರೇವಿಯಾರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿಸ್, ರೆಡ್ ಬೋನ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಪ್ಲೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, this is about the erythrocytes or RBC cells. Then we are moved on to the another one formed elements called as a leukocytes. Leukocytes are commonly called as a white blood cells. Why we are called as a white blood cells? Because the leukocyte does not contain any coloring pigment called as a hemoglobin. Lack of hemoglobin. ಈ ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ WBC cells ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರಹದ ಕಲರಿಂಗ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ these are colorless, so that we call as a leukocytes or WBC or white blood cells ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ವೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ದ WBCs or leukocytes are also called as a soldiers of our body, because the WBC or leukocytes are able to fight against the disease causing germs. WBCs are protect our body from the disease caused germs, so that we call as a soldiers of our body. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರು ಬಾರ್ಡರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎನಿಮಿಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾರಿಂದ, ಎನಿಮಿ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜರ್ಮ್ಸಿಂದ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ WBC. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರೇಂಜ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Yes, when come to the leukocytes, okay, when come to the leukocytes, yes, leukocytes, white blood cells, because lack of hemoglobin, they have the nucleus, they are lesser number compared to the RBC. The average adult person consists the a normal count of WBCs are 6,000 to 8,000 or WBC cells 1 cubic millimeter of blood. Leukocytes are generally short-lived. They are having two type of WBC. One is called as a granulocytes, another called as a agranulocytes. One is called as a granulocytes, another called as a agranulocytes. Neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils are the granulocytes. Okay. Then lymphocytes, monocytes or agranulocytes. Granulocytes means the cytoplasm of the WBC consists of granules. Agranulocyte means the cytoplasm of the WBC does not contain the granules. So that we are called as a granulocytes. When come to the neutrophils, granulocytes in that neutrophils. These are present abundant, nothing but 60 to 65% of total RBC. Basophils are least in number, they are present 0.5 to 1%. Neutrophils and monocytes. The neutrophils and monocytes are present 6 to 8%. These neutrophils and monocytes are helpful for phagocytic function. Phagocytic means they are able to destroy the foreign organism entering in the body. Okay. Then basophils. Okay, basophils. The basophils secrete the histamine, serotonin, heparin, etc. These basophil, what it secrete the chemicals, these are involved in the inflammatory reactions, nothing but the infection reaction. The eosinophils are present 2 to 3%, resist the infection and also involve the allergic reaction. Allergic reaction. Then the lymphocytes are present 20 to 25%. The lymphocytes consist two types, one is the B lymphocyte, another is the T lymphocytes. Both B and T lymphocytes are responsible for immune response of the body, that is body defense mechanism. The last one called as a blood platelets are called as a thrombocytes. So what the thrombocytes are there? These are the cell fragments produced from megakaryocytes, special cells in the bone marrow. Bone marrow ಒಳಗಡೆ special cells ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಈ blood platelets ನ produce ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Blood normally contain 1.5 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs of blood platelets per 1 cubic millimeter of blood. This is a normal value. Platelets can release a variety of substances. So, most of the blood platelets are helpful in involved in the blood coagulation or clotting of the blood. If the number is reduced, it leads the blood clotting disorders, which lead to the excessive loss of blood from the body. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ WBC RBC ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅದರ ನಂಬರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ಗಳು ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ WBC. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಸೊ RBC ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ, RBC cells, these are the blood platelets, cell fragments, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ WBC cells types. eosinophils, basophils, neutrophils, monocytes, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇವೆರಡು ಲಿಂಫೋಸೈಟ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು T ಲಿಂಫೋಸೈಟ್, ಇದು B ಲಿಂಫೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈ ಇಯೋಸಿನೋಫಿಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ 2 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬೈಲೋಬ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದೊಂದು ಶೇಪು ಇದೊಂದು ಶೇಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 1 2 3 ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಬೈಲೋಬ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So these are the different type of the WBC cells. Okay, thank you.